Hi, my name is Andre Lobo. I am the Executive Director of the PSS Group. We are a global executive search and recruitment leader in India and the Asia Pacific region. So, neurodiverse people are differently abled. By that, I mean that these are generally people who find it more difficult, to function seamlessly from a social and physical perspective in the workplace. They generally include individuals who are on the autism spectrum or individuals who have some learning disabilities, including attention deficit disorder or dyslexia. A lot of the time, neurodiverse people have IQs that are significantly higher than the average individual. So that's a good question. Before we get into the reason, let's look at the numbers. Approximately in India, 1 in 200 people are considered neurodiverse or differently enabled. That's less than 1% of the population. Overall, differently able people constitute about 27 million people, or roughly around 2.5% of the population today. Given that in today's recruitment process, the interview process is so predominant, uh, there is a large bias towards people who have good social graces and skills, and have the physical abilities to perform well in interviews. And as a result, neurodiverse people generally lose out, even candidates who may be otherwise well equipped and sufficiently skilled to do the job. This is especially true in areas like customer support, back-end technology, and engineering roles. So this is the area where neurodiverse candidates miss out. It is gaining some momentum today. So what we find is that any companies with diversity and inclusion programs, generally look as a next step to neurodiverse talent as a hiring priority, especially if it aligns with their company goals and ethos. So today, for example, many multinational companies, including the likes of Microsoft and EY, hire a fair amount of neurodiverse talent as it is part of their hiring agenda. Even Indian companies like Lemon Tree Hotels have hired a significant number of people who are differently abled as part of their employee base and stuff. So yes, there is some momentum that is now picking up, but more importantly, I think it's important that companies recognize that neurodiversity is an important element in the overall diversification agenda when it comes to hiring. I would recommend a four-step process. One is there needs to be greater awareness that this is a talent pool that is untapped, and there is a lot of potential here. That's number one. So companies need to have an agenda for awareness that this talent exists. Number two is companies need to reach out to various associations, societies, where neurodiverse people, typically sort of aggregate and go to in terms of helping them find jobs and opportunities in the workplace. This is a great place to start. And number three is when a company hires neurodiverse people, it's important to provide them with the necessary infrastructure, keeping in mind their limitations in terms of interviewing and so forth. So having a cognizance of that and providing features in the interview process that is sensitive to that is important. Finally, when you hire a neurodiverse person, it's important that expectations need to be aligned with what these individuals bring to the table, at least in the very beginning when they start a new job. So the appropriate training, the appropriate sensitivity training in terms of managing these people is critical to help them succeed in their first year on a new job. And if companies can do that, I think the long-term benefits are huge. This is something that will benefit not just an organization, but country as a whole in the long run. So these are my quick thoughts on neurodiverse talent. I would love to hear from the LinkedIn community and those who follow us on our LinkedIn page. Please write in the comments, and any feedback you may have would be great to share with all of you. Thanks.